What's up, Alex? Yo, Rob. Dang, ceiling at 1,600? That's not good. I hope that's not true. Juan Fernandez, what's going on, man? Alright, let's listen to the Asus one more time. We're going to 16 right. We're just going to take Alpha, which is the taxiway right in front of us. Alright, we're going to have to move out of this guy's way, though. Brayden, what's up, man? I've been super busy, guys. I know all of you are wondering. New job, and I'm also back in flight school, so. This is a mess. I probably should have turned down the traffic a little bit. Let me see if I can do that. Hold on. Keep it up. We'll never get in the air, man. Alright, we'll keep it up. Let's go. This is the Coronado 172, Giancarlo. We flew the one from Albeo. Is Albeo the same as A2A? We flew that one yesterday. This one is Coronado, I believe. Alright, we might have to like taxi around some Cessnas up here. Maybe not. Alright, we should be good. ATC is probably going to have me go around on every single approach. We'll just ignore them if we want to keep the traffic up. Good to see all of you guys. Flying for fun, Braden. For now. If that opens up some doors later on, I would consider a professional career flying. It'll be a slow process though, because I don't have the money to just rip through all my ratings. I can only fly so much. So after I finish my PPL, I'll probably take a little break, let my bank account recuperate, and then I'll jump into my instrument rating. We're just gonna fly VFR, Giancarlo. We can stay in the pattern, do some touch and goes, or we can depart the area to the northwest. Just fly. Let's do at least one touch and go.
Viper 8, Romeo 5, hold position, caution the Embraer on final. Hold position, Viper 8, Romeo 5. 1, Tango 4, hold position, caution the Cessna Skyhawk on the runway. Hold position, 1, Tango 4. 1, Tango 4, continue taxi. Roger, 1, Tango 4.
Take a look at the windsock. We've got a quartering tailwind from the right at the moment, which is why I have the yoke forward and away.
One Tango 4, hold position. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk on the runway. Hold position. 1 Tango 4. 1 Tango 4, continue taxi. Viper 8, Romeo 5, hold position. Caution the SO on final. Hold position. Viper 8, Romeo 5. Roger. 1 Tango 4. Van Nuys, ground, Embraer, November 87206. Request taxi to parking.
Alright, we'll stop right here and do a quick run up.
Taxi to general aviation parking. Via taxiway 20 Golf Golf. Taxi
Flight
to general
controls.
aviation parking. Using taxiway 20 Golf Golf. Embraer 206. 1 Tango 4, hold position. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk on the runway. Hold position. 1 Tango 4.
Quick mag check. There's left. Good drop. Back to both. Right mag. Clean. Back to both.
1 Tango
Oil
4,
pressure is good. Oil
continue
temperature is good. Vacuum is good.
Roger, 1
Fuel.
Tango 4.
Amps
1
we're
Tango
charging.
4, hold position. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk
And
on
throttle
the
back to
runway.
idle.
1 Tango 4, continue taxi.
And we'll pull that mixture
Roger, 1
back
Tango 4.
for taxi.
1 Tango 4, hold position. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk on the runway. 1 Tango 4, continue taxi. Roger, 1 Tango 4. 1 Tango 4, hold position. Caution the Cessna Skyhawk on the runway. 1. Hotel 6, contact ground on
Alright, we're with tower now.
Going to 121.7, gas out, or Hotel 6.
We're probably gonna have to wait on this guy. This Embraer. Oh, never mind. He disappeared. We're good. Alright, requesting takeoff clearance.
Tower, Cessna, November 1343 Foxtrot, ready for touch and go at runway 16 right. Cessna, November 1343 Foxtrot, hold short, runway 16 right, traffic assignment on final.
Alright, holding short.
Short, runway 16 right, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Let's get our transponder on alt. And once we're cleared for takeoff, we'll just advance the mixture and turn on the lights, and we'll be ready to go.
Van Nuys Tower, November 873 Echo X-ray, dispute 1 miles north, inbound ILS, runway 16 right, approach. November 873 Echo X-ray, Van Nuys Tower, make straight in, runway 16 right, altimeter 2994, Cessna 77 Sierra, go around. Fly straight in, runway 16 right, 3 Echo X-ray. Going around, Cessna 77 Sierra. Cessna November 1343 Foxtrot.
That's us.
Position and hold.
Taxiing position, hold.
Position and hold.
Alright, mixture full rich.
Foxtrot.
Lights on. We're clear left. Let's close that window. Alright, 16 right, I have 160 in the heading. Just waiting for takeoff clearance.
November 1343 Foxtrot, cleared for takeoff. Runway 16 right, touch and go.
Alright,
Left
there's our
traffic,
takeoff
approach.
clearance. Touch and go, right traffic.
Runway 16 right, Cessna 43
Full power. Oil pressure's in the green. Airspeed's alive.
Diamond 1 Mike November, cleared, touch and go.
5560 and
Runway
rotate.
16 right. Cleared for touch and go. Runway 16 right. Diamond 1 Mike November. Van Nuys Tower, November 871 Tango 4, ready for IFR departure. Runway 16.
Alright, positive rate, no runway remaining. Brakes, gear up.
Short, runway 16 right. Traffic is Diamond Bucky.
And VY in this airplane is 74 knots.
Right, 1 Tango 4.
Alright, climb checklists. Airspeed, we've got it. Power, mixture, lights, and instruments. All in the green. Pattern altitude at Van Nuys is 1800. And I think there's noise abatement, so we're not going to turn until we get to almost 1800.
Diamond 7 to back tank, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, follow Diamond 1 short final.
Alright, we can start turning our crosswind.
Cleared for touch and go, runway 16 right, Diamond 7 to back Yankee. Cessna 77 Sierra, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 2 for landing, follow the aircraft on beat. Hybrid 1 Whiskey 4, cleared, land, runway 16 right, number 3 for landing, follow Cessna 120 on beat. Caution, this landing, runway 16 left. Cleared, land, runway 16 right, number 3, Hybrid 4 Whiskey 4. Cleared, touch and go,
Go ahead and turn
runway
downwind.
16 right, number 2, Cessna 770.
My computer's not liking all this traffic.
Diamond 7 Quebec Yankee, go around.
Hazy out here in Van Nuys this afternoon. 6 mile visibility.
Quebec Yankee.
There's the airfield here off to our right.
Go around.
We're landing on this long runway here.
Going around, Cessna
My trusty Garmin Pilot app open again. Alright, just as we cross, as soon as we're beam the numbers here, we'll start a before landing checklist right about now. Seat back, seat belts, fuel selector both, mixture rich, lights on, autopilot off. We're clear for the touch and go. Let's get that first notch of flaps in and start turning base. Alright, flaps 20. There's the airplane landing on the parallel. Our final's clear. Start our turn. See him out there. Unless he's on the same runway we are, which will be a problem.
Diamond 1, Mike, November. Cleared, touch and go, left traffic.
Alright, we're a little low, so we're going to bring in some power and just hold our altitude.
Caution, this landing, runway 16 left. Cleared, touch and go, runway 16 right, number 3, Diamond 1, Mike, November.
Get back on that glide, there we go. 2 reds, 2 whites on the PAPI. Reduce power. Let's go full flaps. About 65. 65 knots in the airspeed. Alright, gumps, gas, undercarriage, mix, prop, seatbelt switches, flaps.
Hold short, runway 16 right, traffic is Piper on final. Hold short, runway 16 right, Cessna 3 Charlie Alpha.
A little bit of a crosswind from the left.
Go around.
Oh, there's the go around. We're going to ignore that.
Go left traffic, runway 16 right, number 3 for landing. Follow the aircraft on final. Caution, this landing, runway 16 left.
Oh, there he is right in front of us. Oh shit. What's going to be what's the plan here? Land above him, land below him? Or right on top of him? Alright, reducing power. Power back to idle. Eyes the end of the runway. And we're just going to hold her off. Hold her off. Hold her off. Hold her off. Hold it. There it is. Flaps up. Full power. Trim. Reset for takeoff. Oil pressure's in the green. Airspeed. Rotate. Alright, positive rate. No runway left. Brakes. Gear up. Butter, nice landing. Thanks, Braden. We landed right on top of that twin, whatever it was. Alright, climb checklist, airspeed, we've got it, power, mixture, instruments, and lights. I did not. There's the golf course that Harrison Ford landed on. I think it was that one. Or is it the one behind us? The same one. Alright, let's turn crosswind.
Right, number 2.
I guess we'll use this road as a reference. Downwind. Have you started flying, Braden? Where do you live, man? You gotta call some of the smaller airports in your area. Just look up some flight schools and go visit a few. That's what I did. I went to NvME Airport, which is it's the closest airport to my house. They have a couple flight schools there. I stopped by all of them before I picked the one I wanted. We're about a midfield downwind right now for 16 right. There's also online ground schools, I think. If you want to knock all your ground out of the way early, get your written done. You could do all that stuff before even flying an airplane, I think. Alright, we're cleared for the touch and go. Seat back, seat belts, fuel selector both mixture rich. Lights on. Power back to about 1800 RPM. Just hold this altitude and bleed off that airspeed. Yeah, it's tough with school, man. Your dad would definitely have to help you out too. Alright, flaps 10. I used to fly when I was young like you too. It was pretty tough. I couldn't do it without the help of my dad. I mean, it would have been impossible. It's got a terrain alert on my Garmin Pilot app for the mountains in front of us. Pretty neat. We're on base, a little bit low. Let's bring in some power and hold this altitude, and we'll get another notch of flaps in. Turned a little early there. That was a pretty wide pattern. It's the runway. Finals clear. I thought I knew a lot about airplanes, Braden. I'm not sure how much I knew, actually knew versus how much I thought I knew. It definitely helps to know a little bit before you go in. But like when I joined this recent flight school, I started about a month ago, and I've got people in my ground school classes that have no clue about airplanes. And they're there doing it, so I mean, you can go with no experience. If you know stuff beforehand, it definitely helps. You'll end up spending less money, you know, on flying lessons in ground school if you already kind of know. Like, you'll breeze through it quickly with your instructor, as opposed to kind of sitting on one subject for a long time. Alright, flaps full, gas, undercarriage mix, prop, seatbelt switches, flaps. And 65 knots. There's the go around again. We're going to ignore. Yeah, if you know and study a lot on your own, you'll definitely save a lot of money. But you don't have to know everything before going in. Or you don't have to know anything before going in, rather. But if you want to save money, studying on your own definitely helps. Alright, we're going to hold her off, hold her off, hold her off. A little bit of balloon there, hold her off. Alright, not too bad. Flaps up, full power. A little bit of a balloon there, but not too bad, not too bad. Alright, reset that trim. Oil pressure's in the green. Airspeed is good. Rotate. Alright, positive rate, no runway left, brakes, gear up. Now we're pitching for VY. Too much speed? Yeah, I noticed that too on that approach. I was explaining this stuff to you, which made it kind of hard. I was doing a bunch of stuff there last second. Alright, climb checklist, airspeed, we've got it. Power, mixture, instruments, lights. We're just gonna stay here and do touch and go since we don't have much visibility. It's not too much to see out there. I was gonna take you guys for a scenic adventure, but we'll scratch that off the list today. Dude, I'll tell you what, Braden, the simulator helps a ton as far as learning real life. I mean, what these simulators can do today, it's almost identical. So if you invest in a simulator and a book related to the private pilot course, and you study at home, you're going to do awesome. My instructor was so surprised when I flew with him, the recent guy. First time I flew with him was the first time I've flown in over 15 years, and he was like blown away. He's like, how much time do you put on that simulator? A lot, man. Little does he know. He has no idea. I told him a lot, but he doesn't know the extent. But jumping into a real airplane from the simulator was almost, it's the same thing, dude. I felt like I was at home in my bedroom. Except it's much more, it's much cooler in real life. Got a midfield downwind right now. landing clearance.
43 Foxtrot, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 2 for landing, follow diamond on base.
We're number 2, so we're looking for a diamond on base.
Number 2, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
I think that might be him out there, turning final. Alright, before landing checklist, seat backs, seat belts, fuel selector both, mixture rich, lights on. And power back to about 1800, 1700.
Runway 16 right, number 3 for landing. Follow Cessna Skyhawk on base. Caution that landing runway 16 left.
Start my turn.
Clear, touch and go. Runway 16 right, number 3. Cessna 770.
Still looking for the diamond. I think he's on short final. Flaps 20. I'm actually going to keep flaps 20 for this one because that crosswind is pretty moderate. So we'll keep flaps 20 and we'll shoot for about 70 knots here on final. We're high, so we're going to reduce power. Let's do gumps, gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, seatbelt, switches, flaps.
Going around, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Of course, we're not going to go around. Reducing power, reducing power, reducing power. Power's back to idle. Eyes to the end of the runway. We're just going to hold her off. Hold her off. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. There we go. Hold it. Nice. Flaps up. Full power. Maintaining directional control with our feet. Resetting the trim back to takeoff. Oil pressure is in the green, airspeed's alive, rotate. Alright, positive rate, no runway left, brakes, gear up. And pitching for VY, which is 74 knots in this airplane. So we'll raise the nose up. 74 knots. We'll drop the nose down just a little bit, maintain that airspeed.
November, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, follow diamond sunwell. Caution, landing runway 16 left. Cleared, touch and go, runway 16 right, diamond 1 Mike November.
Alright, climb checklist, airspeed, we've got it. Power, mixture, instruments, and lights. Start our turn. off at 1800. Start reducing power. Cruise power around 2350 RPM. And we'll start turning that downwind a little bit earlier this time. I love this airplane with the G1000. Oh, I would love to own one of these. One of these, or even better, the Sears SR22. Beam the numbers, seat back, seat belts, fuel selector, mixture, lights. Power back to 1800. There's our landing clearance. We're following an Embraer, number 2. Looking for the Embraer on final. Flaps 10. I don't see the Embraer. He was probably on short final. Okay, I think I see the Embraer. Let's extend this downwind a little bit. I think that's him at our 12. We're following him. He's fast, so we could actually just hold this heading right here and start turning since he's past us. Alright, start our turn. Alright, we're back on base. There's the Embraer. We're following him. When there's parallel runways like this, you don't want to overshoot like I did and jump in the glide path of the other runway. It's a big no-no. Alright, that Embraer is going around in front of us.
Embraer 75 Quebec, contact SoCal approach on 120.4. Point 120.4, Embraer 75 Quebec.
Alright, we're gonna do touch and go this time with only 10 degrees of flaps. Shoot for about 75 here on final. 70's okay. We'll keep 70. Alright, crossing the airport fence right now at 75, not too bad. We're looking good, we're just going to hold it right there. Alright, reducing power. Reducing power. Power back to idle. Eyes at the end of the runway. And we're just going to hold her off. Hold her off. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. There it is. Flaps up. Full power. Trim reset. Oil pressure's in the green. Airspeed. And rotate. You're on climb out.
Cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 3 for land 770.
A lot, man. Been busy. New job and back in flight school. So that's why you haven't seen me. Alright, start turning crosswind and leveling off pattern altitude.
Sierra, go around. Going around, Cessna 770.
Alright, start turning downwind. What you been up to, man?
Going around, 5 flag golf. 5 flag golf. Contact SoCal approach at 120.4. 120.4. 5 flag golf.
As soon as we're being the numbers, we'll start our before landing checklist. Right now, seat back, seat belts, fuel selector both, mixture rich, lights on. There's our landing clearance. Let's roll that power back to about 1800 RPM. Holding that altitude and bleeding off that airspeed.
Diamond 7 Quebec Yankee, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 2 for landing.
Alright, white arc, flaps 10.
Skyhawk on the caution, the Cessna stationary.
Start turning
Runway
base.
16 left. Cleared for touch and go, runway 16 right, number 2, Diamond 7 Quebec Yankee.
Later, man. You have a good one, too. Good seeing you, man. Let's drop in that next notch of flaps. Our final approach path looks clear, except for the guy down below. Oh, let's start turning. Let's not jump into his glide path again. Alright, much better. going under them. Let's keep our speed up too, so we beat them to the runway. Nope. We'll acknowledge, but we're not going to go around. Not after we put our wheels on the pavement. Alright, we're going to keep it at flaps 20. Little bit of a crosswind from the left. Reducing power. And eyes to the end of the runway. And hold her off. 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 Hold it. Hold it. There we go. Flaps up. And full power. Trim. Reset the takeoff. Oil pressure's in the green. Airspeed. And rotate. Alright, I think we'll do one more touch and go, and then we'll do a full stop after that and call it a day. Not much to see with all this haze. Alright, positive rate, no runway left. Bring that gear up. Alright, climb checklist, airspeed, we've got it, power, mixture, instruments, and lights. Leveling off at 1800, rolling back to power for cruise. And let's turn downwind. For that diamond in front of us.
Runway 16 right, Diamond 1 Mike November. Cessna 43 Foxtrot, cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 2 for landing, follow Diamond.
We're number 2 looking for the diamond. Seat back, seat belts, fuel selector both, mixture rich, lights on. There's one in front of us and one behind us, apparently.
Caution that Cessna stationary. Landing runway 16 left. Cleared for touch and go. Runway 16 right, number 3. Diamond 7 Quebec, Yankee.
Alright, flaps 10. Flaps 20. Flaps full. Gas, undercarriage, mixture, prop, seatbelt, switches, flaps.
Runway 16 right, approach.
65 knots on final.
75 Quebec, Van Nuys Tower. Fly straight into runway 16 right, altimeter.
I see the guy in front of us.
Cessna 43 Foxtrot, go around.
We've been given a go around every single time.
Right, Embraer 75 Quebec.
We're landing. Alright, this will be the last touch and go. We'll swing it around one more time for a full stop and taxi back in
Cessna 43
to the ramp.
Please acknowledge. Going around. Cessna 43
Reducing power. Reducing power, reducing power. Power back to idle, eyes to the end of the runway. Hold her off. Hold her off, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it.
Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Kind of hard.
Not clear to
Alright,
land.
flaps up.
Clear the runway.
Full power.
Diamond 7 Quebec, Yankee. Go
Trim
around.
coming back to takeoff. Oil pressure green. Airspeed 60 knots. Rotate. Positive rate, no runway left, brakes, gear up. And pitching for VY. 74. Some traffic there on a 16 left pattern. Alright, climb checklist, airspeed, we've got it, power, mixture, instruments, and lights.
Embraer 75 Quebec, cleared to land. Runway 16 right, follow Diamond front short final. Caution that Cessna stationary. Landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land. Runway 16 right. Embraer 75 Quebec.
have to turn the traffic down for next time.
Cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 2 for landing, follow Cessna.
Keeping it on was not a good idea. Keeping it on high, rather.
Cleared for touch and go, runway 16 right.
Still had fun nonetheless. Alright, we're beating the numbers. Seat back, seat belts, fuel selector both, mixture rich, lights on, autopilot off, and power back to 1700.
Right, number 3 for landing, follow the aircraft on beach. Caution, the Cessna stationary, landing runway 16 left. Cleared to land, runway 16 right, number 3, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Alright, white arc, flaps 10.
Embraer 75 Quebec, turn next taxiway.
We're number 3, so I'm going to extend our downwind just a little bit.
Embraer 75 Quebec, contact ground on 121.7. 121.7. Embraer 75 Quebec. Diamond 1, Mike, November. Cleared, touch and go, left traffic, runway 16 right, number 3 for landing. Follow Cessna Skyhawk on final. Caution, the Cessna stationary, landing runway 16 left. Cleared,
Alright, flaps 10.
runway 16 right, number 3, Diamond 1, Mike, November.
A little low, we're going to bring in some power, just maintain this altitude.
5 Mike Golf, cleared to land, runway
We're back on the glide path, power back just a little bit.
Follow the aircraft on final. Caution, the Cessna
Hold 75.
stationary, landing runway 16 left.
So we're a little bit closer.
Cleared to land, runway 16 right, number 3, 5 Mike Golf.
Alright, flaps 20. Flaps full. Oh, that was already flaps full. My bad. We're high, so we're going to bring that power back.
Cessna 43 Foxtrot, go around. Going around, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Airspeed looks good. Altitude looks good. Let's get back on that center line. Light crosswind from the left. Alright, bringing back that power. Slowly. Bringing back that power. Power back to idle, eyes to the end of the runway. And just hold her off. Hold her off, hold her off, hold her off, hold it, hold it, hold it. Right. Full back pressure, aerodynamic braking. Full back pressure. A little bit of brakes. And we're going to be exiting right here to our right.
Diamond 1, Mike, November, go around. One around, Diamond 1, Mike, November. Cessna 43 Foxtrot, you are not cleared to land. Clear the runway. Cessna 43 Foxtrot, contact ground on 121.7.
21.7, good day.
121.7, Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Make sure we're past that yellow line. We are. Alright, flaps coming up. Mixture, we'll lean for taxi. Transponder back to standby. Lights. Keep our taxi on. keep our nav. We can turn our nav off.
Cessna 77
And pitot heat
cleared
off.
to Bingo, left traffic, runway 16 right.
Contact ground. Taxi to parking. Let's get some air in here.
Taxi to parking. Cessna November 1343 Foxtrot, taxi to general aviation parking. Using taxiway 10 Golf Golf. Taxiing to general aviation parking. Using taxiway 10 Golf Golf. Cessna 43 Foxtrot.
Well, I hope you guys enjoyed that. I'm out of here for now. Join me next time. Probably tomorrow morning. Hopefully. Good seeing you guys. Take care. Peace.